Hello tacticians, it's Nox here, and before we get stuck into Yazaghor's quest, I just want to do my usual thank yous. And today they go to Two Heads Talking, Hubba Mouse, Canuck117, Panda, and Son of Russ. All of you have used my friend code, and it is very much appreciated, so thank you for doing that. And now, let's get stuck in to the quest. Common 1 means we can only use ranged characters, and we can't take any damage. As such, if you have Abraxas, I would wholeheartedly recommend that you bring him in. Here we're moving Yazaghor forward and switching places with Abraxas, because here we can now use his Malefic Maelstrom to summon in the Pink Horror, and of course all the Screamers that will then follow. Then just move up the pitch with everyone else. And as you can see, this is why we need all those summons. There's a lot of Black Templars here, and therefore a lot for us to kill. Then you've got Archimatos to come in and use his summons to again distract those Black Templars. Common 2 means we can't take in bolters, so unless you're planning to bring in an Abaddon, who I wouldn't suggest here, you should have full access to everyone. Now, because of the number of enemies, I would suggest bringing in someone like Nauseous Rotbone, because weirdly, we can take damage on this level, which is uncommon for the common levels, to heal up whoever does get injured. If you don't have Nauseous Rotbone, hopefully you'll have Thormachus and he can provide a shield which will help prevent you taking any damage in the first place. So first we'll move Yazaghor forward and switch places with Abraxas. Then moving Abraxas into a more beneficial location, we'll start the summoning of the Pink Horror. And here we're just moving Archimatos and Pestilin up to lend support, because I think they're going to be needed fairly soon. So as you can see, the Black Templars took care of that first wave of summons. We'll then move Archimatos up and he will summon around this one. Hopefully we'll get 3. No, we only got 2. We'll use Yazaghor to kill here, and we'll get the high ground. We don't want to be next to them. On these 2. And we'll move up. So the Bloodletters will get killed, and I'm guessing my normal guys are also going to get injured here. Hopefully not killed. Okay. Moving Archimatos next to Abraxas so that I can move Rotbone up to cure them both. And then we'll have our final turn to again heal Abraxas and finish off the last enemy. Common 3 sees the return of not being able to take any damage. As such, I'm moving Archimatos to summon his Bloodletters around this Black Templar. We're going to move Yazaghor up, and then we're going to switch places with Abraxas up here. The reason for this is we can then retreat Abraxas away and be safely out of any distance that these guys may have. As we are fairly safe here at the moment, we're not going to move Volk up because of the range that these guys have when they're moving, and we are going to move Harken across. I'm going to say, your turn. Now, as always, they will like to concentrate on the Bloodletters, and here we go. This is what we wanted to see. So first of all, we'll use Archimatos here. Thanks to the barbed wire, it did double damage to kill him. And we are going to do the same with Abraxas on this side. Although we're going to use the pink horrors, I reckon, to do the damage here, just in case. So now we've got additional summons over here. Then we're going to use Yazaghor to kill this first one. And we're going to move in with Volk to do his frenzied firing to reduce the damage that these two do, or even kill them, to protect the two bloodletters. Now, the first one we're expecting to die, but the second one we'll hope will stay alive to protect Archimatos. And we managed to get away with it. And on our final turn, we have to kill everyone else. So Harken can fly up here to kill this one. Volk can use his firing to kill off this one. And we should be able to kill the final one with Yazaghor. That one took me a few times. Uncommon 1 means we can only use characters who have access to psychic damage. And as such, I'm bringing in Abraxas again. So by moving Yazaghor up here, we'll do the Sorceress Facade to switch places with Abraxas. And Abraxas will summon in his Pink Horrors. And Screamers. And, of course, we'll move Archimatos up. Now, I'm guessing my summons will be all killed here. Maybe not all of them, that's good. And I'm going to use Yazaghor to kill this one down at the bottom. We'll use Archimatos to turn this one into a bloodletter. And... Now the question is, how sure are we that they're going to go for the summons? Let's just assume they are. Lucky crit there, I wasn't expecting that. But I had the barbed wire and the fire to hopefully keep me safe. Uncommon 2 means we can't take any damage, and also we can't take anyone in Terminator armor. But the tricky thing is really the deployment. So I've killed the one guy here, and I'm going to summon bloodletters around this second one, who seems to have a bit more health. So we should hopefully get the full complement, or close enough. We're then going to move away from these two and find a safe spot for Harken to hide to. Now, I think ideally it'd be best to replace Harken with Thormachus to give your guys a shield. But I'm intentionally not using him here because most people have got Harken and not many have got access to Thormachus. This is good because that means I can turn him into another bloodletter, and I have to now take care of these two. If I put Abraxas here, then I'm going to move Harken to here. But before I attack with Harken, I'm then going to use my Malefic Maelstrom to summon in the Pink Horror, who will attack both of these. It'll summon in the Screamers, which will hopefully kill this one. And then I can use Harken to kill this one here. And if he doesn't kill it, I could have sent up Yazaghor to kill him as well. As it is, I'm going to move Yazaghor over here to kill this Black Templar here. Okay, we've got one turn left. Can we do this? Okay, so Harken can kill this initiate. And how am I going to kill these two? Oh, I've got it. I can use the Sorceress Facade with Archimatos here to kill off this one. And finally use Abraxas to kill this one. Okay, that was needed thinking. Uncommon 3 means we can't use any flamer weapons, so all the Zinch ones, apart from Yazaghor of course, are out. And as you can see, we've got Brother Burchard up here, who is begging to have a bunch of bloodletters surrounding him. Yazaghor will kill this one up here, and we're going to send Maladus and Harken to kill this one. Now this obviously powers up Harken's ability, so he's going to be stronger each time he hits and each time he kills. Apart from that, we're going to put Rotbone behind Archimatos there, just in case he needed healing up, which he will do. Now we'll send Maladus back to hit another one. And we need to cure Archimatos now. We'll then use a Sorceress Facade on Archimatos to switch places. And then attack the Neophyte here to summon in another Bloodletter. Harken can move across and attack another one. Okay, not the greatest manoeuvre. Harken can again go and kill. And the problem we've got here is both of these two need healing, but I can't get Rotbone to them both. So we'll have to step on the fire, heal up Archimatos, and Maladus can move. Okay, key moment here. We can move Archimatos one side. We'll put Nauseous in the middle, Yazaghor the other, and the other two don't need healing. So first of all, cure. Okay, and I think we've got it. Rare One again sees another take no damage, and as such, Abraxas and Archimatos are going to be needed. We're going to use Archimatos' summons around the first one down here, and Abraxas will use his summons on the ones at the top. Making sure to summon the pink horror 2 spaces away to make sure you get the maximum number of screamers summoned. Finally, Yazaghor can pick off whoever he likes. And your summons, I expect, will do the rest. Just like that. Rare 2 means we have to have ranged and non-resilient characters. As such, I'm, believe it or not, bringing in Archimatos and bringing him down to here. There is a reason for this, and you'll see that in a second, because I'm going to move Abraxas here to summon in his pink horrors and screamers. So why did I bring Archimatos and put him here? Well, the reason is I'm going to summon the bloodletters around this flamer guy. And this also means that nobody can get to Archimatos. And Yazaghor, more importantly, can kill the other flamer dude. With them killed, the rest of the mission is fairly simple. Guess who didn't see the flamers the first time round? And there you go. Rare 3 means we can't use power or plasma weapons, but we're going to take in our standard 3 because of the synergy between them and the summons that they provide. And we're going to send Yazaghor up and switch places with Archimatos. Then we're going to move into this patch of grass and summon around the top of the 2 Black Templar. This is because there's a higher chance of putting a bloodletter against the other Pyre Blaster up here, because we do not want him free to move and put flame on everyone. We'll then move Abraxas, and each time I've done this, I've wanted the pink horror to hit these two, but he will always target the one at the bottom. Genius. Okay, so we will make sure one of these two is just dead. We're going to move Abraxas on slightly higher ground to do more damage here. And I don't really want to move away, but it's the... Oh, actually, I'll move up to the top to turn him into a bloodletter. Excellent. And then finally, we haven't overdone it yet, we're on our final turn, we can now finish this off. That one took a few attempts as well. Rare 4 means we can't take in any large targets, Volk, and no one with Putrid Explosion, and basically that meant Corrodius. And as usual, we're going to have to be careful, I'm thinking, of these two down here, and possibly the two at the top, because they're the only ones with ranged attacks. Everything else should get snarled up on the barbed wire. So we're going to send Archimatos down to summon 2 bloodletters here, because there's nowhere to summon behind it. And we're going to make sure that these two... Yeah. We're going to try and kill these two. Now, we can take damage. We just have to make sure... Oh, that was lucky. That we heal it all up. By making sure we now kill the lead one, and by popping away on this one, we should be in a good position to take control of everything and not have to worry. We'll send Harken down to kill this one off, again powering him up in case that is needed. We'll use Yazaghor to shoot, and Archimatos here to, well, do that. Now, obviously, had Harken not got the lucky crit up here, that's why we had Nauseous Rotbone here to heal him up. But we got lucky, we didn't need to do that, and he was able to do some others. But this is why we do what we do. And we'll just finish this off. Rare 5 means we can't bring in anyone with a bolter, so basically a bad un. And what I'm going to do first is summon in some bloodletters around Ancient Thoriad here. And then we'll hopefully finish him off with a shot from Yazaghor. Excellent. We can move Abraxas up and use his summon of the Pink Horror to hit these two, which will summon in 2 more Screamers. Then we'll just move Nauseous up and move Harken to a place where he should be able to get to somewhere useful next turn. Okay, so we still want to kill as many as possible. And there's no easy targets for Harken, so we'll probably soften one up first. And then kill with Harken. And we will move... We'll leave Yazaghor where he is to kill one. And we'll heal up with Nauseous. And do a little ping on those two with Archimatos. Yazaghor getting a bit of a beating, as does Archimatos there. But that's fine, that's why we've brought in Rotbane. And we're going to turn one into a bloodletter. Always useful for distracting the enemy. We'll kill off another. I'm going to have to go into fire to kill him with Harken, but I think it's going to be worth it. And what we're going to do, we're going to heal up Archimatos at the back, because he probably won't be hit. Excellent. Right, okay. Can he get to there? Okay, so we can move Nauseous into the middle. Don't think these two are injured. And he can use his big heal to heal them both up to max. Harken can kill one, and Yazaghor can kill the other. Epic 1 means you can't take damage again. So again, we've brought in our usual 3, and first of all, we're going to summon the bloodletters around the aggressor here. The reason for this is obviously it keeps all these guys busy. And the second thing we're going to do is with Abraxas, we're not going to go too deep. We're going to go quite distance away, and we're going to summon in the pink horror so he can actually hit them both there, and that summons 2 more screamers. The reason for summoning all of these summons is, well, basically we've got this turn and next turn to complete. And now we'll kill the final one down here. Now, I'm imagining we're going to get a few losses. Well, I know we're going to get a few losses. But what we've got left should hopefully be enough for us to deal with what's left, he says, hoping. Yazaghor can kill the one at the bottom. That's right, Abraxas can go in from the top and get them both. And if I didn't, I still had Archimatos to kill the one next to him. Nice. Epic 2 means we can't use Terminator armor, but we're just bringing in our favourite 3, plus this time Rotbone in case we get injured, because we have got quite a few here, as well as these rather annoying Pyroblasters. We'll summon the Chaos Demons around this guy. Only 3. I was hoping to get the full complement of 4, but never mind. And we'll use Yazaghor's Sorceress Facade to switch with Abraxas. He can then move on to the Barbed Wire. Yes, I am purposely moving on to Barbed Wire to get as many summons as I can from the Pink Horror and Screamers. And we're just going to move Rotbone up so he's ready to heal up whoever needs it. Well, that's frustrating. That's everyone. All my summons dead. Not overly happy about that. We'll move Rotbone up and finish him off with Archimatos. And we'll kill one of these 2 off with Yazaghor. And we're going to get off the barbed wire and just hit one and hope we survive. We've got Rotbone here to heal up, as long as we do actually survive. And we can get to him. So again, we'll move Rotbone 1 forward. With Yazaghor, we'll kill one off. And we'll heal. Oh, we'll heal ourselves, I guess. But in which case, what we'll do, we'll move Abraxas back and hit him. I probably should have hit the aggressor here. But he wouldn't have died, so maybe I have done the right thing. And we'll finish him off to get a bloodletter. No, he's not fooled by the bloodletter. He's not having any of that. Okay, so our final turn. We need to get as many people, or in fact, all of our people, surrounding Rotbone, so he can do his heal. Like that. And then we just pound into the aggressor. Nice. Epic 3 is one I was dreading. It's no summons. So here I've moved Yazaghor across to the left, and I'm moving Volk up to do his frenzied firing to suppress all 3. I'm then moving Thormachus to give a shield to Harken, because he is going to get hit, and the shield is there to help him survive. And as you can see, the champion comes down and hits, in this case, Rotbone. I had to try this several times. Get lucky there, Volk didn't die either. You then take care of the Emperor's champion using Yazaghor. And, of course, use Rotbone to heal up Volk. Volk I then used to suppress the one at the top and also kill him. And moving Harken back to kill the one on the barbed wire. Thormachus then just moves behind, again to give a shield. Maybe I should have put him behind Volk, seeing Volk's a bit weaker, but this seemed to have worked. Up goes Yazaghor to kill one. And we're putting Rotbone on barbed wire along with Volk. Not the best move, but I need to try and get everyone together because everyone's going to need healing next turn. So I've got 2 turns left. I'm going to heal myself here. And then in this turn, I cluster everyone together. Perform Rotbone's mass heal. And of course check to make sure everyone's on full health. And then kill off the final guy. And again, this took a number of attempts to get right. And finally, the legendary mission. And again, this one took a number of attempts to get just right. So I've moved Yazaghor up and then swapped places with Abraxas for the pink horrors and screamers. Archimatos then moves up to summon in his bloodletters. And of course, Volk goes up to finish off the job that bloodletters couldn't. I then finally decide to move Yazaghor up and kill the top one of these two. Now, it's important on this final mission that Yazaghor basically flies around and kills someone each turn, preferably someone on high health, because your other troops will be able to kill the others if they work together. Then I move slightly back and wait for the enemy to come to me, because although Godswill and Helbricht are a decent threat, the main threat is, believe it or not, that Brother Birth Shard. He is absolutely lethal and needs to get killed, as you can see that I did with Yazaghor there. We can then focus on the others, and here I summon in a Bloodletter on top of Godswill, and we just take a pop at Helbricht. Helbricht dislikes Bloodletters, so he shoots them, and I can then basically finish off the legendary on full points. If you find these guides useful, it'd be much appreciated if you'd think about using my friend code, as it really does help me out. Or if you or your guild are looking for a new home, please feel free to reach out to any of the guilds shown. As always, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the battlefield.